Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Lee's Kitchen. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day and everybody's getting able to get out and about and stuff. But I'm still noticing a lot of prices and everything going up and everything. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways to cut costs if you have the equipment to do it or whatever. But you can always research everything online or send me a message, and I can see what I can do to help you. One of the things I wanted to show you is how I make like wood cleaner, wall cleaner, and everything. My homemade remedy. I like to go get those little halos and everything, and what I usually do, I get a bag of them and I'll peel them. So I'll peel all the pieces, completely out, and then of course I eat a few as I go along, but I put them in my Ziploc bag and everything, and then I put up the peeling right here in one of my quart jars here, and I fill it up with vinegar, and then I put a lid on it and everything, and then I just set it off to the side. After about every so often I will just kind of like give it a shake, twisting it around and everything, and pretty much within about a week or so, depending, how sometimes you put stuff back and you forget it and everything. Well, don't worry. Just put the vinegar in here, set it off to the side in a cool place, and let the magic happen. And then what I do is I take this and I get a spray bottle and I put a funnel in it, and I will dump through plus a strainer. So I don't get no polyps or polyps or seeds or whatever inside of my spray bottle. And then I take that and I spray all my woodwork and everything. It really is a pretty cool cleaning solution. Like I said, if you're just looking to cut costs, but sometimes you don't know what to do with those pills. You pill them and everything. Some people I know, they'll put them in like a little jar or whatever, and just for a couple days get that odor of the orange citrus smell and everything. But do it in the cleaner. It works really wonderful. So I wanted to show you that. But today, what I'm doing today is I am doing bratwurst. Okay. Well, we are going to can bratwurst in a pressure cooker. Now, always remember safety first when it comes to a pressure cooker, because it can be dangerous. You got to be cautious and careful, and do not try to take any little shortcuts. So I'm going to show you step by step how I do it. My dad used to do this, and plus, years ago, and plus, even today and stuff. And I thought I'd forgotten all about this, and one way to preserve meat and everything, because it'll last. Once you can bratwurst in a jar, pressure cook it, put it in the pressurizer cooker and everything, and do that. These will last up to 5 to 8 years, as my research shows and everything, but they will keep. So if you get like power outage, or you're going on a trip or anything like that, you can eat them cold, or I like to put it in my chili, so I'm going to cut them up and put them in here. Some people will take them and put the whole thing in here like that, and you can only put about 3 of them, and then you can take them, use them on a grill or whatever to get, because they're already going to be already pre-cooked. I already did a batch just to make sure, my memory and everything, so I had definitely did a batch of them right before I did this one. So it works out pretty good, and it cooks it. Fully cooked brats in the jar. What it's going to take, 90 minutes in a pressurized. So I'm going to try to show it to you step by step how I do it. So 6 of these little pints will fit in here. So I'm going to do 6 at a time. It is 4 packages of pretty much about 5 brats for 5, 10, 15 brats per 6 of the jars. I got a good deal on brats the other day. I put them, in the freezer and stuff, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that. So if I need something for meat wise and there's no way of cooking, or who knows what's going to happen, you always have it, and it's called prepping, being prepped, like me, prepped in my beautiful chef's outfit. Thank you very much for sending that to me. I love you for that. So what we're going to do is, of course, we're going to cut up some brats in little bite pieces, because when you grab a fork in them and eat them and stuff like that, and that way it's already cut in brats. Now some people says, well, by cutting the brats, you're cutting off the cover pretty much for the brats. I don't care. I like it doing it this way. It's easy, and it's and it's a little time consuming because you got to do your pressure. I'll show you the pressurize. You got to see what your climbing is. Every climbing is different. Here where I live, 11 pounds of pressure is all I need. Okay, so I'm going to cut all these brats up because these are going to do 6 jars. Now you don't want to overpack your jars because you want some breathing room. Breathing room is so that way it cooks better, cooks evenly. But like I said, I will show you how after effects. So there's just little bite pieces. So it makes it easy to do it that way. So I mean, canning is a very important thing that we have to do if anything. I mean, like me and the boys, we like to go to the river, okay, and go camping. You know what? This is going to be perfect to take with us. That way we have something to eat, munch on, whatever. And it's so simple to do. It is time consuming, but it's so simple to do. So all I'm going to do is here, I'm going to do bite pieces. I hope you understand what I'm saying. You can hear me okay, due to the fact that I'm trying out a new system again, to see if this works out better. Of course, I'll know when I'm doing the show with you guys and everything. I tell you what, I've been so busy doing stuff. I went on to a wonderful, beautiful vacation with one of our mods. We all went down there with my son and had a good time down at the cabin. It was wonderful, and this would have been a cool treat to have down there. I didn't think about it then. So this is going to be good, delicious, and it's already, like I said, it's already going to be cooked for you. You don't have to do anything. So I only got a couple more here, and then we'll put them in the jars. Now, like I said, safety first when it comes to pressure cookers. Like I said. Now, you can use any types of brats. You can use, like, if you like me, who live in Farmville here, you can get from the pigs and all that stuff, people that make, brats or whatever, homemade brats. You can even do this with, you can buy a whole bunch of sausage patties, pre-cooked, just throw them in there and let it cook. And it's that simple. It's that simple. Okay, so now we're going to fill up 6 half pints. Okay, because that's all I need per, meals or whatever. If I have to, I can open 2. So like I said, we don't want to pack them in there. We just want enough for some room in there. Get some room in there. Let me move my thing here a little bit. And it will cook down too. So if you do get a little bit too much in there, it will cook down for you. And you want to make sure you're just above the ring here, the bottom ring of the jar. Now they will be dirty. It'll go inside the cooker and it'll be okay. I pre-washed all my jars. I put them in the dishwasher. And the only time I use my dishwasher. So that's all we do. Try to speed it up here for you a little bit. We don't want a long video. people are complaining that I take too long. So all we're doing is filling them up. We got 4, 5. Thought I measured this out. I could actually, if it's too much, I could throw a couple more in. Yeah, like that. And this one here can use another one. This one here can use another one. We'll put another one in that one. We'll put another one in that one. One over here, and then we'll throw the extra in here. So, wipe my hands off here. Now, what you want to do, you want to get all your excess. I use a little bit of white vinegar, the clear vinegar. You want to clean your edges, okay? Because you don't want because I was stuffing them in, so you don't want to have that excess on there. Just wipe it off, because we want to have a good seal. By having a good seal, you're going to have this is going to last forever. Like I said, 5 to 8 years is what I'm hearing. It's an easy solution to meals. I'll make chili. I'll put this in my chili. I'll put broth in my chili. I can, when I make some goulash, I might put some of this in there. It's already pre-cooked, so it can go right up, right to the end of it. And what I do is I keep folding my towel around. I soak my paper towel, and that way I got a nice clean area. So now we're going to put the lids on. With these here, you don't have to boil these lids. It's up to you because, like I said, it'll seal in there. The first batch I did, they all popped right away. And I tell you, what a wonderful meal, wonderful treat, and it's already cooked. So, like I said, and you can take it on trips, whatever you want to do. All right, so I'm going to give them. I'm not going to just just a little. I'm not cranking it down. Just enough to where I know it's going to seal. So now what we're going to do is, now in your pot, my hands are yucky. So in my pot I have about 2 inches of water. That's all you need. 2 inches of water. And I know the water's hot, so all we're going to do is we're going to place these around. Just like this. If you don't have a pressurizer cooker, go get one. Believe me, it'll save a lot of time, a lot of work. You'll have it forever, as long as you keep it maintenance, keep it clean. Okay. Okay, I wanted to give it a different angle and everything, show you how exactly it looks like in the pot. Whoops, my camera's swinging around on me. There we go. Isn't that cool? That's all you do. And you can see how much water is in the bottom of it. Okay, so we have everything ready to go here. Got our jars in. Now I want to show you a couple of little safety, or a little bit about my pressure cooker. Okay, now of course this is the lid for it and everything, and it locks in and it has a rubber seal in it. So you want to make sure you get a rubber seal on your pressure cooker. It has a sensor right here. So when the steam and everything, the pressure starts building up, this will come up, and then you'll know that it's locked in for the pressure. This is a release valve. This is where you also will put your doohickey on there, the weight lever on there, so you can start building up your pressure. So in my state, I don't know if I can get it close enough without being blurry, but my pressure is between 10 and 11. So I'm going to regulate, keep my stove, my top, keep it regulated. Now if you have, like me, where we have, when you have electric stove here, pressure cooking is, you can never find, for me I can't, unless you have a better idea, let me know. But you got to constantly keep an eye on that pressure. You can end up turning this oven down, or the stove down. I usually gradually bring it down, and then as it's rising up, I get it down there. And I'm noticing with the last batch, keeping it between medium and low seems to work out pretty good. So we got to match our arrow to on our handle over here. Okay, and then turn, and it's locked. So now I can see the pressure, I can see this. Now we're going to let the steam start building up in here. And when it starts coming out of this valve in 10 minutes, then you want to set an egg timer or your stove, whatever, you know, timers you got, or your Google system or whatever you have. But you want to let that steam come out of there for about 10 minutes, a good 10 minutes. And then when that happens, then we're going to put this doohickey on there. Throw that on there and let the pressure build and build, and keep an eye on this gauge. And once it reaches up to 11, then I'm going to keep regulating my stove to keep it at 11. Now, another thing to keep in mind, once that steams up, we put this lid on here, and it reaches up to the point where you need it, we're going to cook this pressurized for 90 minutes. So you again set your timer. Once that's done, okay, so you're going to have this on there. When that's done, all right, I don't know if you see me, I'm standing up, so I'm leaning. You're going to turn your stove off. Okay, turn the stove off, let it set. It will bring down the pressure by itself. Once the pressure has reached down below, this little guy right here that pops up will drop down. When that drops down, then carefully remove the weight and let it finish steaming out. Once it's done, when you notice it's not hardly any steam at all, then that's when you can unlock the lid. Like I said, pressure cookers are dangerous. So for right now, I'm waiting for that to come up, and in 10 minutes I will show you the next step. Okay, real quick I want to show you, I know it's out of focus, I don't know how to focus it into here, but right here is 10 pounds straight up. So, you know, start out with 0, 5, 10, 15, and then 20. Don't want to never go that high, but anyhow. Right now I'm keeping my temperature regulated, adjusting my temperature. I'm trying to keep it right in that area. So right now keep bringing my oven down. I started out on real high to get that going, and then as soon as this will pop, once you get the lid on, where I showed you with the lid on, and then when this pops up, and then you put the, oh, you didn't see what I was looking at. I'm so sorry. Let me back this up a little bit. Here we go. So yeah, so this little guy here, he popped up. I don't know if you can see him too well, but he's right there. So the pressure holds in, and I put the lid on to have the weight, and now I got my temperature right there at 11, pretty much at 11. That's what my recommendation for my climate here. So I'm keeping it right at 11, adjusting my temperature because, like I said, I'm on an electric stove, and it's hard to keep a constant one little temperature. Either it cools down too much or it gets too hot too fast. So I'm just keeping it. I see it's climbing up a little bit more, so I'm going to drop it down a little bit further. So yeah, I wanted to give you that. I'll show you the next step here when it's done. Okay, now we're at the point that all the pressure's gone down. The needle went down, the little top went down. I took off the weight, make sure there's no more pressure coming out of there. I know you're not supposed to put your hand in there, but I just did. But anyway, so all you do is unlock slowly. And we got some more sausage. Jimmy Dean's sausage. Alright, so now we're going to take them out of the water, and you can see they're still cooking. They're still cooking in there. Look at that. This one you can see a lot better. Still cooking in there. And I just, usually what I do is I take this jar, grab hold, and just kind of tilt, get some of that excess water off the top of the lid. I don't know if you heard it, but one of them already popped. That's a good sign. Alright. Now I'm going to put my last 4 in. Of course, this is what it looks like. All canned up. Got your seal in there, tightened. There's no liquid in here. There's no salt, no nothing. It's just plain old brats in here. And the best way to always do it, you should never use your hands to put inside the pot. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to turn my stove back up to high because I want it to get going. Get that pressure building up, get that water hot. I'm going to kind of space these out a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to put the lid back on. Ouch, a little warm. I kind of like give it a little wiggle because of the seal. And then you turn it and lock it. So now all we got to do is wait for all that to come up to the, 10 minutes for the steam to come through here. And then we're going to put the valve on. We're going to set our timer for 90 minutes and wait for it to regulate your stove, because now I'll start off on high right now, but I'll bring it down to about between medium and low. And that's been doing pretty good for me. Alright, so that's how we can bratwurst. This is the one I did earlier. You can tell that it's already setting pretty good. I gotta wash the jars, they're a little oily. You can even see where it's starting to build that grease up. That white grease. Just eat it if you like it. Alright, well, thank you guys. That's how we're doing it. Of course, my last batch. I'm going to watch a movie and keep an eye on this. And brats for next, well, however long it lasts me. They says, all the years I know and everything, got from a 5 to 8 year shelf life. You ever need a quick snack or going camping or whatever, just throw it in your spaghetti or your chili. It's already cut up, ready to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Sorry you're not seeing me because I'm can't show you this and this on this camera. So anyway, God bless.